And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher.
Hello, my American friends! It's so nice to be here in this cozy little hamlet of Schaumburg. Schaumburg reminds me so much of the little English town of Middlewich, without the IKEA, of course. Why is it that every time you purchase something from IKEA, you have to assemble it yourself? Why, just last week, I ordered a pillow from them and they sent me a duck. But anyway, I like Schaumburg. Your doctors here are quite fantastic. Just yesterday, I went to the local physician because I had a small piece of lettuce growing out of my ear. He told me it was just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, speaking of doctors, where did the Cockney chiropractor go on holiday? Spine! Oh, I could go on all night. But then I'd be shirking my responsibility in introducing tonight's production of two Gilbert and Sullivan comic operas, HMS Pinafore and Trial by Jerry. How entertaining! Unlike that hack, Meryl Streep, who thinks she can get away with impersonating me. Honestly, who would ever stoop so low as to impersonate me? But anyway, I do hope you enjoy these delightful imports from jolly old England. And if you do ever venture across the pond, tell them Maggie sent you, and mind the gap. So, sit back, hold on to your knickers, and enjoy HMS Pinafore, or The Lass Who Loved the Sailor. Hit it, maestro!
Sorry. Just get off the ship.
We sail the ocean blue, and the saucy ships of beauty. We are sober men and true, and attentive to our duty. And the balls were so free on the bright blue sea, we stand to our guns all day. When at anchor we ride and the ports with tide, plenty of time for play. Ahoy, ahoy, the balls are free. Ahoy, ahoy, on the bright blue sea, we stand to our guns all day. We sail the ocean blue, and the saucy ships of beauty. We are sober men and true, and attentive to our duty. Our saucy ships of beauty, we're attentive to our duty. We're sober men and true, we sail the ocean blue.
Hail, men of war's men, safeguards of your nation. Here is land that lost the whole of the nation. You've got your pay, spare all you can afford to welcome little buttercup on board. I'm called Little Buttercup, dear Little Buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still I'm called Buttercup, poor Little Buttercup, sweet Little Buttercup I. I've snuff and tobacco and excellent Jackie. I've scissors and watches and knives. I've ribbons and laces to set off the faces of pretty young sweethearts and wives. I've treacle and toffee, I've tea and I've coffee, saltami and succulent chops. I've chickens and conies and pretty polonies and excellent peppermint drops. Then buy of your buttercup, dear little buttercup, savor should never be shy. So buy of your buttercup, poor little buttercup, come of your buttercup, buy.
Aye, Little Buttercup, and well called, for you are the roundest, the rosiest, and the reddest maiden in all of Spithead.
Red, am I? And round and rosy? Maybe, for I have dissembled well. But hark ye, my merry friend, hast thou ever thought that beneath a gay and frivolous exterior, there may lurk a cankerworm which is slowly but surely eating its way into one's very heart?
No, my lass, I can't say I've ever thought of that.
I have thought it often.
Yes, you look like it. What's the matter with the man? Isn't he well?
Ah, don't pay no mind to him, miss. It's just poor Dick Deadeye.
I say, it's a beast of a name, ain't it? Dick. Deadeye.
It's not a nice name.
And I'm ugly too, ain't I?
You are certainly plain.
And I'm three-cornered too. Ain't I?
You are rather triangular.
And that's it. I'm ugly and they hate me for it. For you all hate me, don't you?
We do!
There.
Well, Dick, wouldn't go for it to hurt another fellow creature's feelings, but you can't expect a chap with such a name as Dick Deadeye to be a popular character now, can you?
No,
It's asking too much, ain't it?
it is. From such a face and form as mine, the noblest sentiments sound like the black utterances of a depraved imagination. It's human nature. I resign.
But tell me, who's the youth whose faltering feet with difficulty bear him on his course?
That is the smartest lad in all the fleet, Rafe Rackstraw.
Rafe, that name! Remorse, remorse.
Oh, the nightingale sighs for the moon's bright ray, and told his tale in his own melodious way. He sang a well a day. He sang a well a day. The lowly vale to the mountain vainly sighed. To his humble wail the echoing hills replied. They sang a well a day. They sang a well a day. I know the value of a kindly chorus, though choruses yield little consolation when we have pain and sorrow to before us. I love and love, alas, above my station.
He loves and loves, alas, above his station.
Yes, yes, the lass is much above his station.
A maiden fair to see, the pearl of minstrelsy, a bud of blushing beauty, for whom proud nobles sigh and with each other vie to do her menial's duty. To do her menial's duty. A suitor lowly born, with hopeless passion torn, and poor beyond denying, has dared for her to pine, at whose exalted shrine a world of wealth is sighing. A world of wealth is sighing. Unlearned he, not save that which love has taught, for love had been his tutor. Oh, pity, pity me, a captain's daughter she, and I, that lowly suitor. Oh, pity, pity me, a captain's daughter she, and I, that lowly suitor.
Ah, my poor lad, you've climbed too high. Our captain's child will have nothing to say to a poor chap like you, will she, lads?
Now, captain's daughters don't marry foremast hands.
Shame, shame! Dick Deadeye, them sentiments of yourn are a disgrace to our common nature.
But it's a strange anomaly that the daughter of a man who hails from the quarter deck may not love another who lays about the foreyard arm. For a man is but a man, whether he hoists his flags on the main truck or slacks on the main deck.
Ah, it's a queer world.
Dick Deadeye, I have no desire to press hardly on you, but such revolutionary sentiment is enough to make an honest sailor shudder.
My lads, our captain has come on deck. Let us greet him, so brave an officer and so gallant a seaman as
I Captain Crew, good morning.
Sir, good morning.
I hope you're all quite well.
Quite well. And you, sir?
I am in
reasonable health, and happy to greet you all once more.
You do us proud, sir.
I am the captain of the Pinafore.
And a right good captain, too.
You're very, very good, and be it understood I command a right good crew.
He's very, very good, and be it understood, he commands a right good crew.
So related to appear, I can hand you dear, ship of sail but at me. You are never known to quail at the fury of the gale. I never, never sink at sea.
What's never?
No, never.
What's never?
Hardly ever.
He's hardly ever sick at sea. They give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the party captain of the Pinafore. They give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
I do my best to satisfy you all.
And with you we're quite content.
You're exceedingly polite, and I think it's only right to return the compliment.
We're exceedingly polite, and you think it's only right to return the compliment.
That language or abuse I never, never use, whatever the emergency. To bother it I may occasionally say, I never use a big, big T.
What's never?
No, never.
What's never?
Well, hardly ever.
Hardly ever squeeze a big, big D. Then give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the well-bred captain of the Pinafore. They give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
So you are sad. The silent eloquence of yonder tear that trembles on your eyelash proclaims a sorrow far more deep than common. Confide in me. Fear not, I am a mother.
Yes, little buttercup, I'm sad and sorry. My daughter Josephine, the fairest flower that ever blossomed on ancestral timber, is sought in marriage by Sir Joseph Porter, our Admiralty's first lord. But for some reason, she does not take too kindly to it.
Ah, poor Sir Joseph, I know too well the anguish of a heart that loves but vainly. But see, here comes your most attractive daughter. I go, farewell.
A plain and pleasing person.
Sorry her lot who loves too well. Heavy the heart that holds but vainly. Sad are the sighs that own the spell, uttered by eyes that speak too plainly. Sorry her lot who loves too well.
look your best today, for Sir Joseph Porter, KCB, will be here this afternoon to claim your promised hand.
Oh, Father, your words cut me to the quick. I can esteem, reverence, venerate Sir Joseph, for he is a great and good man, but, oh, I cannot love him. My heart is already given.
It is then as I feared. Given? And to whom? Not to some gilded lordling.
No, Father, the object of my love is no lordling. Oh, pity me, for he is but a humble sailor aboard your own ship.
Impossible!
Yes, it is true, too true.
A common sailor? Oh, fie.
I blush for the weakness that allows me to cherish such passion. I hate myself when I think of the depth to which I stooped in permitting myself to think tenderly of one so ignobly born, but I love him! I love him!
Come, my child, let us talk this over. In a matter of the heart, I would not coerce my daughter. I attach but little value to rank or wealth, but the line must be drawn somewhere. A man in that station may be brave and worthy, but at every step he would commit solecisms that society would never pardon.
Oh, I've thought of this night and day. But fear not, Father. I have a heart, and therefore I love. But I am your daughter, and therefore I am proud. Though I carry my love with me to the tomb, he shall never, never know it.
You are my daughter after all. But hark! Sir Joseph's barge approaches, manned by 12 trusty oarsmen, and he's accompanied by the admiring crowd of sisters, cousins, and aunts that accompany him wherever he may go. Retire, my daughter, to your cabin. But take this, his photograph with you. It may help to bring you to a more reasonable frame of mind.
My own thoughtful father.
Over the bright blue sea comes Sir Joseph Porter, KCB. Wherever he may go, make plans the loud night captives go. Shout from the bright blue sea for Sir Joseph Porter, KCB. Shout from the bright blue sea for Sir Joseph Porter, KCB. For Sir Joseph Porter, KCB.
Sir Joseph's barge is seen, and its crown of blushing beauties. We hope he'll find us clean, and attentive to our duties. We sail the ocean blue, in our saucy ships of beauty. We're sober, sober men and true, and attentive to our duties. Sober, sober men and true. We're smart and sober men, and quite devoid of fear. In all the royal men, none are so smart as we are.
Gaily tripping, lightly slipping, brought the maidens to the shipping. Gaily tripping, lightly slipping, brought the maidens to the shipping.
Flags and guns and pennants giving, all the ladies love the shipping.
Sailors rightly, always rightly, welcome ladies so politely.
Ladies who can smile so brightly, sailors welcome most polite, welcome most polite.
Sailors rightly, always rightly, welcome ladies so politely.
Yes, what and soldiers stepping, and whitey's going on shiga. In all the royals stepping, none are so smart as she are.
Sailors rightly, always rightly, welcome ladies so
Most politely, giving, tripping, lightly, skipping, sailors always welcome ladies most politely.
Eyes right. No, eyes front. Jenkins. Where's Jenkins? Jenkins! Line hope. Present arms. About turn. Now give 3 cheers. I'll lead the way. Hurrah! Hurrah! Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
I am the monarch of the sea, the ruler of the Queen's Navy, whose praise Great Britain loudly chaunts.
And we are his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And they are his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
When at anchor here I ride, my bosom swells with pride, and I snap my fingers at the foeman's taunt.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
But when the breezes blow, I generally go below, and seek the seclusion that the cabin grants.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins will be reckoned up by dozens and his aunts.
And to my left there stands a shark, who keeps me company after dark. He likes Katy Perry because she makes him dance.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins who are dancing on their knees and his aunts.
I am the young boy of the sea. I'm in the midst of puberty. My voice is changing and there's air on my chest.
And so have his sisters and his cousins and the rest.
So have his sisters and his cousins and the rest. And so have his sisters and his cousins and the rest. His sisters and his cousins who mean nothing or for nothing and the rest.
Enough! I have had all that I can stand of this theatrical travesty. I am shocked, I tell you, to hear such disrespect paid to the memory of the late, great Gilbert and Sullivan on their most poignant dramatic work of romance, even from you, Maestro. I have a ticket in row L. The show's putting me through hell. I will demand a refund and away I'll run.
And so will his uncles and his brothers and his sons.
And so will his uncles and his brothers and his sons. And so will his uncles and his brothers and his sons. His uncles and his brothers, not to mention all the others and his son.
Just you wait until I tell my friendly McConnell about this. This bunch will keep the Lord High Executioner occupied for months.
And just you wait till 2016, I'll throw my hat into the ring as Republican candidate for president.
And so will his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so will his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. And so will his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins and Chris, Chrissy, Lindsay, Graham, Jeb, Bush, McAfee, Ben, Carson, Bobby, Jingle, George, Jackie, Rick, Perry, Marco, Rubio, Rick Santorum, Donald Trump, Rand Paul,
I was a lad, I served a term as office boy to an attorney's firm. I cleaned the windows and I swept the floor, and I polished up the handle of the big front door.
He polished up the handle of the big front door.
I polished up that handle so carefully that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He polished up the handle so carefully that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
As office boy, I made such a mark that they gave me the post of a junior clerk. I served the writs with a smile so bland, and I copied all the letters in a big round hand.
He copied all the letters in a big round hand.
I copied all the letters in a hand so free that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He copied all the letters in a hand so free that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
In serving writs, I made such a name that an article clerk I soon became. I wore clean collars and a brand new suit to the pass examination at the Institute.
For the pass examination at the Institute.
That pass examination did so well for me that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
That pass examination did so well for me that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Of legal knowledge, I acquired such a grip that they took me into the partnership. And that junior partnership, I ween, was the only ship that I ever had seen.
Was the only ship he ever had seen.
But that kind of ship so suited me that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
But that kind of ship so suited me that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
I grew so rich that I was sent by a pocket borrow into Parliament. I always voted at my party's call, and I never thought of thinking for myself at all.
He never thought of thinking for himself at all.
I thought so little, they rewarded me by making me the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He thought so little, they rewarded me by making him the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Now, landsmen all, whoever you may be, if you want to rise to the top of the tree, if your soul isn't fettered to an office stool, be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Stay close to your desks and never go to sleep, and you all may be the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Stay close to your desks and never go to sea, and you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy.
You've a remarkably fine crew, Captain Corcoran.
It is a fine crew, Sir Joseph.
A British sailor is a splendid fellow, Captain Corcoran.
A splendid fellow indeed, Sir Joseph.
I hope you treat your crew kindly, Captain Corcoran.
Indeed. I hope so, Sir Joseph.
Remember that they are the bulwarks of England's greatness, Captain Corcoran.
So I have always considered them, Sir Joseph.
No bullying, I trust. No strong language of any kind, eh?
No, never, Sir Joseph.
What? Never?
Well, hardly ever, Sir Joseph. They are an excellent crew, and they do their work thoroughly without you.
Don't patronize them, sir. Pray don't patronize them.
Certainly not, Sir Joseph.
That you are their captain is due to an accident of birth. I cannot allow them to be patronized. To be patronized. Patronized. Peter. Peter. Picked up, packed. Of pickled. I cannot allow them to be patronized because an accident of birth has placed you above them and them below you.
I am the last person to insult a British sailor, Sir Joseph.
You are the last person who did, Captain Corcoran. Desire that splendid seaman step forward. No, the other splendid seaman.
Reef Rackstraw, 3 paces to the front, march.
If what?
I beg your pardon. I don't think I understand you.
If you please.
Oh, yes, of course. If you please.
You're a remarkably fine fellow,
Yes, Your Honor.
and a first-rate seaman, I'll be bound.
There's not a smarter top man in the Navy, Your Honor. Though I say it who shouldn't.
No, not at all. Proper self-respect, nothing more. Can you dance a hornpipe?
No, Your Honor.
That's a pity. All same, we should be able to dance hornpipes. I shall teach you this evening after dinner. Now tell me, don't be afraid. How does your captain treat you, eh?
A finer captain don't walk the deck, Your Honor.
Oh, good, good. I like to hear you speak well of your commanding officer, though I dare say he don't deserve it. Nevertheless, it does you credit. Can you sing?
I can hum a little, Your Honor.
Then this at your leisure. It is a song I have composed for the use of the Royal Navy. It is designed to encourage independence of thought and action in the lower branches of the service, as well as to teach the principle that a British sailor is any man's equal, excepting mine.
My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you've got buns, huh?
That one's for the army. Now, Captain Corcoran, a word in your cabin on a tender and sentimental subject.
Aye, aye, Sir Joseph. Bosun, in commemoration of this joyous occasion, see that extra grog is served out to the ship's company at 7 bells.
I beg your pardon. If what, Your Honor?
If what? I don't think I understand.
If you please, Your Honor.
What?
The gentleman is quite right. If you please.
If you please.
For I hold that on the seas, the expression, if you please, a particularly gentlemanly tone implies.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his all.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunt. And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunt. And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunt. And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunt. And so do his sisters.
I'm dreadfully sorry. I thought we'd fixed this in 2000 design.
So do his sisters and his cousins and his aunt. His sisters and his cousins and his aunt. And my cousins and his aunts.
Sir Joseph's a true gentleman, courteous and considerate to the very humblest.
True, Bosun, but we're not the very humblest. Sir Joseph has explained our true position to us. As he says, a British seaman is any man's equal excepting his. And if Sir Joseph says that, is it not then our duty to believe him?
Well spoke, well spoke. You're rather wrong tack, and so is he. He means well, but he don't know. When people have to obey other people's orders, equality's out of the question.
Horrible, horrible! Dick, said I, won't go for to infuriate this here ship's company too far, for I won't be able to hold them in. I'm shocked. That's what I am, shocked.
Messmates, my mind's all made up. I'll speak to the captain's daughter and tell her, like an honest sailor, of the honest love I have for her.
Aye, aye!
Is not my love as good as another's? Is not my heart as true as another's? Have I not hands and eyes and ears and limbs as good as another's?
Aye, aye!
True, I lack birth.
Ah, you've a berth aboard this very ship, laddie.
Well spoke, I'd forgotten that. Messmates, what do you say? Do you approve my determination?
We do!
I don't.
What is to be done with this here hopeless chap? Let us sing him the song that Sir Joseph has kindly composed for us. Perhaps it will bring this here miserable creature to a proper state of mind.
A British tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird. His energetic fist should be ready to resist a dictatorial word.
His
nose should pass,
And his lips should curl.
his cheek should flame,
and this brow should furl, his bosom should heave, and his heart should glow, and his fist be ever ready for a knockdown blow. His nose should pant, and his lips should curl, his cheeks should flame, and his brow should burn, his bosom should heave, and his heart should glow, and his fist be ever ready for a knockdown blow. His eyes should flash with an inborn fire, his brow with scorn be wrong. He never should bow down to a domineering frown, nor the tang of a tyrant's tongue. His foot should stand, and his throat should growl. His hair should swirl, and his face should scowl. His eyes should flash, and his breast protrude, and this should be his customary attitude. His foot should stamp, and his throat should cloud, his hair should twirl, and his face should scowl, his eyes should clash, and his breast protrude, and this should be his customary attitude. His attitude, his attitude, his attitude.
It is useless. Sir Joseph's attentions nauseate me. I know that he is truly a great and good man, for he told me so himself. But to me he seems tedious, fretful, and dictatorial. Yet his must be a mind of no common order, or he would not dare to teach my dear father to dance the hornpipe on a cabin table. Great Rackstraw.
Aye, lady, none other than poor Leif Rackstraw.
How my heart beats! And my poor Rafe.
I am poor in the essence of happiness, lady, rich in never-ending unrest. In me there meets a combination of antithetical elements which are at an eternal war with one another, driven hither by objective influences, thither by subjective emotions, walked at one moment into blazing day with mocking hope, plunged the next, there into the medium darkness of tangible despair. I am but a living ganglion of irreconcilable antagonisms. I hope I make myself clear, lady.
Perfectly. His simple eloquence goes to my heart. Oh, if I dared. But no, the thought is madness. Dismiss these foolish fancies. They torture you but needlessly. Oh, come, make one effort.
I will. One. Josephine.
Sir!
Aye. Aye. Even though Jove's armory were launched at the head of the audacious mortal whose lips, unhallowed by the relationship, dared to breathe the word, yet would I breathe it once, and perchance be silent evermore. Josephine, with one brief breath, I would concentrate the hopes, the doubts, the anxious fears of 6 weary months.
Here we go again.
Josephine, I am a British sailor, and I love you.
Sir, this audacity! Oh, my heart, my beating heart! This unwarrantable presumption on the part of a common sailor. Common? Oh, the irony of the word. Oh, sir, you forget the disparity in our ranks.
I forget nothing, haughty lady. I love you desperately. My heart is in your hands. I lay it at your feet. Give me hope. And what I lack in education and polite accomplishments, that will I endeavor to acquire. drive me to despair, and in death alone shall I find consolation. I am proud and cannot stoop to implore. I have spoken my vow, and I wait your word.
You shall not wait long. Your proffered love I haughtily reject, and with each added utterance of your nonsense, the air grows colder.
Then later, perchance, the summer night will kindle at least a friendship? Yes, good one, Rafe. Work the friendship angle. We could still be friends, my lady.
I know too well the intentions of a man who requests a lady's friendship. He
I speak of friendship. If
If
she
he
only knew that I vow to love her forever.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
I cannot bear to cast eyes on her for fear that my heart will rip at the seams. I wonder what she's doing now. One final glance.
Go, sir, and learn to cast your eyes on some village maiden in your own poor rank. They should be lowered before your captain's daughter.
Tell me more.
Oh, go away.
Refrain, audacious tar, your suit unpressing. Remember what you are and whom addressing. Refrain, audacious tar, your
cheer.
The maiden treats my suit with scorn, rejects my humble gift. My lady, she says I am ignobly born, and cuts my hopes adrift. My lady,
Oh, cruel one, oh, cruel one.
She spurns your suit. Oh ho, oh ho. I told you so. I told you so.
Shall we submit? Are they but slaves? Love comes alike to high and low. Britannia sailors rule the waves, and shall they stoop to insult? No, no.
You must submit, you are but slaves and ladies' sheep. Ho 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 ho. You lonely toilers of the waves, spurn you all. I told you so.
Shall they submit? Are they but slaves? Shall they submit?
You must submit.
Are they but slaves?
Are but slaves.
Love comes alike to high and low. Britannia sailors rule the waves, and shall they stoop to insult? No, no.
my friends, my leave of life I'm taking. For all my heart is breaking when I am gone. Oh, prithee tell the maid that as I died, I loved her well.
Alas, his leave is taken, for all his faithful heart is breaking. When he is gone, we'll surely tell the maid that as he died, he loved her well.
We want my messmates all who love in rank above you. For Josephine I fall.
Ah, stay your hand, I love you.
Ah, stay your hand, she loves you.
Loves me?
Loves you.
Yes, yes, ah, yes, she loves you.
Oh, joy, rapture, and mercy, for now the sky is all serene. The God of day, the orb of love, has hung his ensign high above. The sky is all ablaze with wooing words and loving song. We'll chase the lagging clouds along, and near the find the maiden coy, will murmur forth to call us joy. Drag me round,
It is one is Josephine, although the sky is now serene, a frowning thunderbolt above me, and there is a sort to love what now is all ablaze. Our captain ere the day is gone will be extremely down upon the wicked men who are employed to make his Josephine thus boy in many various ways.
Joy or rapture and mercy,
Our captain
for now the sky is all serene.
will be extremely down upon the wicked men who are employed to make his Josephine down upon the wicked men in many various ways.
Is all
Many various ways.
is all
All
the
is the
sky is all
This very night with bated breath,
and muffled door,
without a light, as still as death,
will steal ashore.
a clergyman,
Shall make us one,
At 10:30,
and then we can
return for none.
can part of them.
This very night with bated breath and muffled door, without a light, as still as death,
We'll steal ashore,
a clergyman,
shall make us one,
at 10:30,
and then we can
return for none.
and part them that this
None can part us then.
Or bear, Lord, carry out the scheme you plan. She is a lady, you a foremast hand. Remember, she's your gallant captain's daughter, and you the the meanest slave that crawls the water.
Back, vermin back, no others back, vermin back, you shot us.
I'll see you in Act 2.
And Silvery ships will sail this by to castle of the Franklin sun, and here's a bow and fortune too, the youngest of the sailors true. La 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 la
Threatened a court martial.
Your sad, pale face seemed to chain me to the ship. I would fain to see you smile before I go.
Ah, little Buttercup, I fear it will be long before I recover my accustomed cheerfulness. For misfortunes crowd upon me, and all my old friends seem to have turned against me.
Do not say all, dear Captain. That weren't just to one at least.
True, little Buttercup, for you are staunch to me. If ever I were to give my heart again, methinks it would be to such a one as this. I am touched to the heart by your innocent regard for me, and were we differently situated, I feel I may have returned it, but as it is, I fear I can never be more to you than a friend.
I understand. You hold aloof from me because you are high and lofty, and I am poor and lowly. But take care. This bumboat woman has gypsy blood in her veins, and she can read destinies.
Destinies?
There is a change in store for you.
A change?
Aye, be prepared. Things are seldom what they seem. Skim milk masquerades as cream. Milos pass as patent leathers. Jackdaws strut in peacock's feathers.
Very true, so they do.
That should dwell in every fold. All that glitters is not gold. Storks turn out to be but logs. Bulls are but inflated frogs.
So they be frequently.
Drops the wind and stops the mill. To what is ambitious thrill. Yields the burning if you will. Yet it is a burning still.
Yes, I know that is so. To catch your drift, I'm striving. It is shady, it is shady. I don't see it what you're driving. Mystic lady, stand in patience on me steering. That the mystic lady's dealing in a hand revealing. Yes, I know.
That is that.
Though I'm anything but clever, I could talk like that forever. Once a cat was killed by care, only brave deserve the fair.
Very true, so they do.
When kids often God has got, spoils a child who spares a rod. Thirsty lambs run foxy dangers, dogs are found in many mangers.
Frequently, I agree.
At the chestnut snatches, worn a garment, show new patches. Only count the chick that hatches, men are born of catchy catches.
Yes, I know, that is so. Come to catch my drift, he's striving. Not assemble, not assemble. When he sees at what I'm driving, let him tremble, let him tremble.
Though a mystic tone you borrow, I shall learn the truth with sorrow. Here today, not tomorrow. Yes, I know.
That is so.
Though a mystic tone you borrow, I shall learn
Let
the
him
truth
tremble,
with sorrow.
let him tremble.
Here today, not tomorrow. Yes, I know.
That is
so.
so.
Incomprehensible as her utterances are, I nevertheless feel they are dictated by a sincere regard for me. But to what new misery is she referring? Time alone will tell.
Captain Corcoran, I find myself very disappointed in your daughter. In fact, I don't think she will do.
She won't do, Sir Joseph.
Well, the fact is that although I have urged my suit with as much eloquence as is consistent with an official utterance, I have hitherto done so without success. How do you account for this?
Really, Sir Joseph, I hardly know. Josephine is, of course, sensible of your condescension.
She naturally would be.
But perhaps your exalted rank dazzles her.
Oh, you think it does?
I can hardly say, Sir Joseph. She is a modest girl, and her social position is far below your own. It may be that she feels she's not worthy of you.
It is really a very sensible suggestion, and displays far more knowledge of human nature than I had given you credit for.
See, she comes. If your lordship would kindly read standing rule at the Admiralty that love levels all ranks, her respect for an official utterance might induce her to look upon your offer in its proper light.
It is not unlikely. I shall adopt your suggestion. Soft, she approaches. Let us withdraw and watch our opportunity.
Heroes creep on apace. My guilty heart is quaking. Oh, that I might retrace the step that I am taking. It's folly, it were easy to be showing what I am giving up, and whither going. On the one hand, a vast luxurious home, hung with ancestral armor and old crosses, carved oak and tapestry from distant Rome, red, blue, and white Venetian finger glasses, rich oriental rugs, luxurious sofa pillows, and everything that isn't old from pillows. And on the other, a dark and dingy room in some back street with stuffy children crying, where organs yell and clacking housewives fume, and clothes are hanging out all day drying, with one cracked looking glass to see your face in, and dinner served up in a pudding basin. A simple sailor, lowly born, unlettered and unknown, who toils for bread from early morn till half the night has flown, till half the night has flown. No golden rain can he impart, no wealth of house or land, no fortune save his trusty heart, and earnest brown right hand, his trusty heart, and brown right hand. And yet he is so wondrous fair, as love the one so passing rare, so fearless in his very beauty, a little more than solemn duty, a little more than solemn duty. O God of love and God of reason, say, which of you twain shall my poor heart obey? A simple sailor, lowly born, unlettered and unknown, no golden rain can he impart, no wealth of house or land, no fortune save his trusty heart, and earnest broad right hand, his trusty heart, and right hand. O God of love, and God of reason, say which of you twain shall my poor heart obey? God of love, God of reason, God of which shall my poor heart obey? O God of love, God of reason, say. O God of love, God of reason, say. Which of you twain shall my poor heart obey? My heart obey. Which shall my heart
Madam, ooh. It has been represented to me that you are appalled by my exalted rank. If this is the case, I wish to convey to you officially my assurance that if your hesitation is due to circumstance, it is entirely uncalled for.
Oh, then your lordship is of the opinion that married happiness is not inconsistent with discrepancy in rank?
I am officially of that opinion.
that the high and the lowly may truly be happy together, provided that they truly love one another.
Madam, I am officially of the opinion that love is a platform upon which all ranks meet.
Oh, I thank you, Sir Joseph. I did hesitate, but I shall hesitate no longer. He little thinks how eloquently he has pleaded his rival's cause.
Never mind the why and wherefore, love can level ranks, and therefore, though his lordship stations mighty, though stupendous be his brain, though her tastes are mean and flighty, and her fortune poor and plain. Ring the merry bells on Rochelle, rend the air with warring wild, for his Indian mouth, my lordship, with a humble captain's child, for a humble captain's daughter,
For a gallant captain's daughter,
And the Lord who rules the water.
and a tar who plows the water.
Let's hear with joy be laden when we sought the air above, for the union of the maiden with the man who owns her love. Never mind the why and wherefore, love can level ranks, and therefore, though you're not a correlation, in my set could scarcely pass, though you occupy a station in the lower middle class. Ring the merry bells on Rochelle, rend the air with warring wild, for the union of my lordship with the humble captain's child.
for a humble captain's daughter,
For a gallant captain's daughter,
And the Lord who rules the water.
and a tar who plows the water.
Let the air with joy be laden when the songs the air above, for the union of the maiden with the man who owns her love.
Never mind the why and wherefore, love can level ranks, and therefore I admit your jurisdiction. We may have you played your part. You have carried from conviction to my hesitating heart.
ring the merry bells on Rochelle, rend the air with warring wild, for the union of my lordship with a humble captain's child, for a humble captain's daughter,
For a gallant captain's daughter,
And the Lord who rules the water.
and a tar who plows the water. Let the air with joy be laden,
ring the merry bells on Rochelle,
for the union of the maiden.
For her union with my lordship,
ring the songs the air above, for the man who owns her love, ring the songs the air above, for the man who owns her love. Sir Joseph, I cannot express to you my delight at the happy result of your efforts. Your argument was unanswerable.
Captain Corcoran, it is one of the happiest characteristics of this great country that official utterances are invariably regarded as unanswerable. Gangways!
At last, my fond hopes are to be realized. My only daughter to be the bride of a cabinet minister. Ah, the prospect is Elysian.
Captain!
Did I? You here? Turret.
Don't shrink from me, Captain. I'm unpleasant to look at.
On the other side. The eye. Here, on the other side.
Captain, I don't know what you're talking about. My name's a Gidney, but I ain't as bad as I seem. One moment, Captain. Crabs.
want you with me?
I've come to give you warning.
Indeed, you propose to leave the Navy then?
No. You misunderstand me, Captain. Listen, I'm Captain Ivan Ported in for me. And hey, the kind commander that you are. About a certain intimate relation. Hey, the merry maiden and the tar.
Oh, Mary, 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 Mary,
Mary, Mary, the maiden and the tar.
Good fellow, in conundrums you are speaking. Sing hey, the mystic sailor that you are. The answer to them vainly I am seeking. Sing hey, the merry maiden and the tar. The merry, merry,
merry, merry maiden, the merry, merry maiden, the maiden and the tar. I'm Captain, your young lady is a sighing. Sing hey, the simple captain that you are. This very night with Rackstraw to be flying. Sing hey, the merry maiden and the tar.
Oh, Mary, 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 oh, Mary, 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 oh, much too Mary, 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 and the tar. Good fellow, you have given timely warning. Sing hey, the thoughtful sailor that you are. I'll talk to Master Rackstraw in the morning. Sing hey, the mystic sailor and the tar. The merry cat to nine tails,
the merry cat to nine tails, and the tar.
Did I? I thank you for your timely warning. I will at once take means to arrest their flight. This smoke cloak shall afford me ample disguise. So,
Yes, Captain. Hurry, Captain. They're coming any moment now. And they are boiled.
Carefully on tiptoe, stealthily, breathing gently as we may. Every step with caution, feeling really, we will softly steal away. Goodness me, why what was that?
Silent bee. It was the cat.
It was the cat.
they're right. It was the cat.
Pulled ashore in traction, steadily, climbing with the break of air. For the birdie it's greatly to his credit that he is an Englishman. That he is an Englishman. For he might have been Carouchen, a French or Turk or Prussian, or perhaps Italian, or perhaps Italian. But in spite of all temptations to belong to other nations, he remains an Englishman. He remains an Englishman. For in spite of all temptations to belong to other nations, he remains an Englishman. He remains an Englishman. Provision to any British tar. I try to speak with moderation, but you have gone too far. I'm very sorry to disparage a humble foremost lad, but to seek your captain's child in marriage, why, damn it, it's too bad. Yes, damn it, it's too bad. Yes, damn it, it's too bad.
Did you hear him?
He's a damn it. 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 Yes, damn it.
Get off of my lawn! My pain and my distress, I find it is not easy to express. My amazement, my surprise, you may learn from the expression in my eyes.
My lord, one word, if facts are not before you, the word was injudicious, I allow. But hear my explanation, I implore you, and you will be indignant too, I vow.
I will hear of no defense. Attempt none if you are sensible. That word of evil sense is wholly indefensible. Go, rebuff it you hence to your cabin with celerity. This is the consequence of ill-advised asperity.
This is the consequence of ill-advised asperity.
For I'll teach you all day long, refrain from language strong, for I haven't any sympathy for ill-bred tongue.
No more have his sisters nor his cousins nor his aunts.
No more have his sisters nor his cousins nor his aunts. No more have his sisters nor his cousins nor his aunts. His sisters nor his cousins to be reckoned up by dozens and his aunts. For he is an Englishman. For he himself has said it, and it's greatly to his credit that he is an Englishman. That he is an
Go away. I don't like children.
Dionysius Amniscatoris.
What was that?
I just cast a spell on the audience.
What spell?
Tell them when they came here. Come on, guys, time to change.
Now tell me, fine and noble crew, for you are a fine and noble crew, how came your captain so far to forget himself? I am sure you had given him no cause for annoyance.
Please, your honor, it was thus wise. You see, I'm only a topman, a mere foremast
No,
hand.
no, not at all. Your position as a top man is an exalted one.
Well, your honor, love burns as brightly in the forecastle as it does in the quarter-deck. And Josephine is the fairest bud that ever blossomed on a poor fellow's trusting brow.
Darling!
She is the figurehead to my ship of life. The bright beacon that guides me into my port of happiness. That the rarest, the purest gem that ever sparkled on a poor but worthy fellow's thrusting brow.
Very pretty. Insolent sailor, you shall repent this outrage. Seize him.
Oh, Sir Joseph, spare him, for I love him tenderly.
Pray, don't. I shall teach this insolent mariner to discipline his affections. Tell me, have you such a thing as a dungeon on board?
We have. Oh, they have.
Then load him with chains and take him there at once.
Farewell, my lord, light of my life and well. For crimes unknown, I go to a dungeon cell.
I will return, beloved Tocqueville. My mother rejoice in your dungeon cell.
A bone, I'll pick with the sailor fair. Let him be shown at once to his dungeon cell.
He'll hear no tone of the maiden he loves so well. No telephone communicates with his cell.
But when is known the secret I have to tell, wide will be thrown the door of his dungeon cell.
He'll hear no tone, light of my life so well. For time and only goes to a dungeon
My pain and my distress, again it is not easy to express. My amazement, my surprise, again you may discover from my eyes.
How terrible the aspect of his eyes.
Ere upon your laws you lay much stress, a long concealed crime I would confess. Many years ago, when I was young and charming, as some of you may know, I practiced baby farming.
Now this is most alarming. When she was young and charming, she practiced baby farming. Many years ago.
To tender babes I nursed. One was of low condition, the other upper crust. A regular patrician.
Now this is the position. One was of low condition, the other a patrician. Many years ago.
Oh, bitter is my cup. However could I do it? I mixed those children up, and not a creature knew it.
However could she do it? Someday no doubt she'll rue it, although no creature knew it. So many years ago.
In time each little wave forsook his foster mother. The well-born babe was a rave. Your captain was the other.
They left their foster mother. The one was Rafe, our brother. Our captain was the other. Many years ago.
Oh, I'm done now.
So what you're trying to say is that Rafe and the captain were exchanged in childhood's happy hour. That Rafe is really the captain, and the captain is Rafe.
That is the idea I intended to convey officially.
And well you have conveyed it, Miss Butter.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Oh dear, bring them both before me at once.
My father, a common sailor.
It is hard, my dear, is it not?
This is a very singular occurrence. I congratulate you both. Captain Rackstraw, desire that splendid seaman step forward. No, the splendid seaman.
Corcoran! 3 paces to the front! March!
If what?
If what? I don't think I understand you.
If you please.
The gentleman is quite right. If you please.
Oh. Okay. If you please.
You're a remarkably fine fellow.
Yes, Your Honor.
So it seems that you were Rafe, and Rafe was you.
So it seems, Your Honor.
Well, I need not tell you that after this change in your condition, a marriage with your daughter will be out of the question.
Don't say that, sir. Love levels all ranks, you know.
Well, it does, to a considerable extent, but it certainly does not level them as much as that. Take her, sir, and mind you treat her kindly.
Oh, bliss! Oh, rapture!
Rapture, oh bliss.
Sad, my lot, and sorry. What shall I do? I cannot live alone.
Fear not! While I live, I'll not desert you. I'll soothe and comfort you in your declining days.
No, don't do that.
Oh, but I'd rather.
Very well. Tomorrow morn our vows be plighted, 3 loving pairs on the same day
Oh, joy, a rapture unforeseen, the clouded sky is now serene. God, the baby Lord of all, as long as ensign high above, the sky is all ablaze with glowing marks of darlings. I will chase the lightning rolls along, and if we find the maiden's coin, we'll learn of what the chorus joy is dreaming mountain days.
For he's the captain of the Pinafore.
And the rise the captain too.
And though before my fall I was captain of you all, I'm a member of the crew.
And though before his fall he was captain of us all, he's a member of the crew.
I shall marry with a wife in my humble ring of life. You, my own, are she. I must honor to and fro, but wherever I may go, I will never be untrue to thee.
What's never?
No, never.
What's never?
Well, hardly ever.
Hardly ever be untrue to thee. And give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the former captain of the Pinafore. And give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
For he loves little buttercup, dear little buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still he loves buttercup, dear little buttercup, sweet little buttercup, I.
For he loves little buttercup, dear little buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still he loves buttercup, dear little buttercup, sweet little buttercup, I.
I'm the monarch of the sea, in I've married thee. I'll be true to the devotion that my love imparts.
Say goodbye to your sisters and your cousins and your aunts, especially your cousins whom you reckon up by dozens.
Goodbye to your sisters and your cousins and your aunts, especially your cousins who will reckon up by dozens and your aunts. For he is an Englishman, for he himself has said it, and is greatly to his credit that he is an Englishman, that he is an Englishman.
Well, wasn't that spiffy? We'll now be taking a brief intermission to allow our young thespians to change into their wardrobes for trial by jury. We'll see you all in 10 minutes.
Wait. How long do we have to change?
Like 10 minutes!